On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, vanished without a trace over the vast, unforgiving Pacific Ocean. As she made her way around the world, crossing continents and oceans, she was closer than ever to completing her historic journey. But then, in the middle of the night, she disappeared, leaving behind a mystery that has captured the world's imagination for over 80 years. Was it a tragic accident, a mechanical failure, or did something far more sinister occur? Born in 1897, Amelia Earhart wasn't just a pioneering aviator, she was a symbol of women's empowerment. Her courage, skill, and defiance of the gender norms of her time made her an international icon. After her solo flight across the Atlantic in 1932, she became a household name, proving that women could do anything men could. By 1937, Amelia Earhart was determined to achieve the impossible. She planned to be the first person, man or woman, to fly around the world. The world was watching. Her aircraft, the Lockheed Electra 10E, was specially modified for the journey, equipped with extra fuel tanks to enable her to fly long distances across remote stretches of the Earth. Earhart wasn't flying alone on this daring adventure. Alongside her was Fred Noonan, a seasoned navigator who had worked with several airlines and was known for his expertise in celestial navigation. Together, they made an ambitious team, ready to take on one of the most challenging flights ever attempted. By the time Amelia reached Lae, New Guinea, she was over halfway through her journey. The next leg of her flight would take her to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land 2,556 miles away in the middle of the Pacific. It was one of the most isolated places on Earth. But Earhart was prepared, with Fred Noonan by her side, guiding her through the final stretch. On July 2, 1937, Earhart and Noonan took off for Howland Island, but something went terribly wrong. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't make contact with the island's radio operators. The final recorded radio transmissions were chaotic and confused, indicating that the crew was lost. Earhart's radio transmissions revealed that they were off course and running low on fuel. It was clear that Howland Island, their intended destination, was nowhere in sight. In their final moments, Earhart desperately called out, "We are running north and south. We are running out of fuel." That was the last anyone ever heard from her or Fred Noonan. What followed was a massive search operation involving the U.S. Coast Guard, Navy, and civilian aircraft. The search covered over 250,000 square miles of ocean, but no trace of the aircraft or its occupants was found. The world waited anxiously for any sign of Earhart or Noonan, but none came. The official conclusion? They had crashed somewhere in the Pacific and were lost forever. Yet, despite the official verdict, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan has sparked numerous theories, some more plausible than others. One theory suggests that mechanical failure was the cause. Perhaps the aircraft's radio or navigation system malfunctioned, leading the crew to veer off course. But with so many radio transmissions heard from Earhart during the final moments of her flight, this theory seems increasingly unlikely. Another theory involves the possibility that Earhart and Noonan simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The lack of wreckage or bodies has led many to believe they perished somewhere in the vast Pacific. But the most intriguing theory points to Nicomaroro, an island in the Central Pacific. Some believe that Earhart and Noonan managed to land on this uninhabited island, surviving for days or even weeks. In the 1990s, researchers found evidence suggesting that Earhart might have spent time on the island after her crash, including a possible piece of her aircraft's fuselage and signs of human activity. Could they have been stranded there waiting for rescue, or did they perish alone in the wilds of the island? The mystery remains unsolved. In recent years, new expeditions have sought to uncover the truth. Advanced sonar technology and underwater exploration continue to search for wreckage, but each new piece of evidence only adds more questions than answers. Some believe we are closer than ever to finding the truth. What we do know is this: Amelia Earhart's legacy as a trailblazer, a symbol of courage, and a woman ahead of her time will never fade. And Fred Noonan, the quiet and skilled navigator, often overshadowed by his famous partner, will forever be remembered for his pivotal role in that fateful flight. The mystery of their disappearance may never be fully solved, but the questions they left behind will continue to captivate and inspire generations to come.